Hi, agents. Missy Stegers, M. Stegers Realty Partners, broker owner. And today's topic we're going to cover is how to counter an email. Now, this is a pretty important topic because we can really get ourselves into some hot water. I've had personal experience with this and had to learn and even called an attorney to figure out how to handle it better in one instance just because I wasn't for sure. So I'm going to share some of what I learned with you and in countering a contract, how to do it successfully and not get in trouble. So as we know, we all use text and email today in a lot of our countering, but it is also a period in time where emails are now used as fact or used in the court of law and can be misconstrued in writing an email that you actually had a binding contract. Now, it's a 50-50 split decision out there, and I wouldn't want any of you to be the tiebreaker. We have all been told that it's not a contract until all parties have signed and initialed. And there's a little bit of cloud of doubt on that. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things of how to protect yourself so you don't become the tiebreaker in that court decision. Number one is when countering agents, you can always use the invitation to resubmit and write out those items that might be more favorable on there and have your seller sign it and send it out. Now, reality is we know that's best practice. However, we also know a lot of times filling out a form when we're dealing with a bunch of offers or in a very quick response time that we're not always going to use the form. So what do? In your email, you need to make sure that you have a couple of things. Make sure that you have a disclosure that says emails sent or received neither constitute an acceptance of conducting business via electronic means nor create a binding contract unless a written contract is signed by all parties. And if you'll put that in red and put that in the body of your email when you send a counter, then you should be a little safer on not having your counter considered a contract or accepted offer. You can also use the terms more favorable terms or again, invitation to resubmit, and these are the seller's more favorable terms. So it's very important to have that in your text or in your email language when you're countering back and forth. In addition to that, it's also very important in giving them your favorable terms and not using these words. We have a deal, or seller accepts, or we've got a contract. Bad language to use until all parties have signed. Very, very important for that. So that'll give you a couple of tips that deal with how to tell somebody that you have more favorable terms, that this is not an accepted contract via email, because you need to say that when you send your email or your text. And if you're not using the invitation to resubmit to do that, then these are some other ways you might want to think about covering yourself. Thanks for joining me today. Missy Stegers, M. Stegers Realty Partners.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and stop.